honestly, like, I'm never going to use Airbnb. Like, I'll just go to a hotel. You don't have to deal with their bullshit. They're like, you have to clean out the gutters while you're here. It's like, I'm paying you fucking $200 a day. Fuck you. Like, bring me room service. Like, I'm here. You wash my feet for as much
Honestly,
as I'm paying you.
One of the reasons I took this place is because when I checked like the checkout, they didn't have like an exorbitant cleaning fee. Some of these people, they like rent for 2 days and it's like, you know, it's like a $250 cleaning fee. And you're like, where the fuck are you coming up with this?
Fuck that.
Imagine going to a hotel and the hotel's like, oh, it's $89 a night.
Not only do you have to clean your own sheets, but you have to also clean your neighbor's sheets.
You have to come down and clean up the free breakfast.
You have to wash the windows while you're here. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're insane.
Yeah. Airbnb was really a thing that I was thinking, like, I'm going to travel a lot because I can work from wherever and I'm going to just get an Airbnb. And then you like look at some of these places, you're like, it's unfeasible now. It's
stupid. It's way worse than a hotel. Just get a hotel.
Yeah.
It's been completely destroyed by greed and idiocy. Like, yeah.
Like the country.
America! I'm so blurry.
So, yeah, we're both a little blurry today. It's weird.
Yeah, you said you had a bad internet connection.
I mean,
maybe that.
The internet sucks.
Thanks, Al Gore.
Thanks, Al Gore.
Fucking hate the internet. Fucking stupid internet.
He invented it, and he did it wrong.
You made the internet, and it sucks, and I hate the internet.
Well, all right, everyone. Welcome to the internet. I'm Lilith. That's Amanda. This is Being Trans with Lilith and Amanda. We've had enough goofy time. We, plug David Lee Roth. David Lee Roth, who worked so hard, he probably didn't bitch about having to market his own shows when he went out of town.
No, he was really good at it.
Yeah.
He was super good at it.
Maybe it's just a skill set we got to work at instead of.
I'm never gonna be good at it. It's too late for me.
It's never too late. That's the motto of this
definitely
podcast,
too late.
Amanda. It's never too late.
Get good at marketing podcast.
It's never too late. It's never too late to change.
It's not really too late for me to care about marketing and get good at it. I'm never going to get good at marketing. I know myself.
Not with that attitude.
Well, you're right.
Yeah,
that's exactly
you
why.
have to change your attitude.
No, I'm never going to.
You're just not going to change your attitude.
Not going to change my attitude about marketing.
You just have a shitty attitude. Well,
yeah, because I hate it.
I feel like we should just jump in with a question. Let's just hop in.
Fuck it.
Let's just hop in with a question. Let's just do that. Let's help someone off the bat and stop talking about marketing.
Let's help someone.
Yeah. Is it weird to have absolutely no idea you were trans until much later in life? I'm 30, male to female. On one hand, I feel kind of guilty for suddenly realizing my true gender because, of course, there are trans people who have struggled way longer than me, and here I am having this crisis for the first time since late last week. I always felt wrong and could not understand why. Was jealous of how girls looked, including my sister. I was always nervous around masculine men. I was a Cub Scout for a time, and looking back, I realized that I definitely did not fit in, and now I'm wishing I had got to experience all the things a girl growing up would. Time lost, never getting it back, but growing up in the Bible Belt with a Christian Republican family probably wouldn't have changed much. I feel happy and scared at the same time, imagining having the feminine body I never knew I wanted, feminine clothes, growing out hair, changing name, etc. But has anyone else had a late start like this? How is it that the key to my happiness was so obvious yet hidden all this time? TLDR, didn't know I was trans until recently at age 30. Is that weird, stupid, terrible, crying face?
No, it's not. It's pretty normal, I think.
It also sounds like you did know.
That's what I was gonna get at. Like, yeah. So here's the thing: is I have my experience, and my experience is not a blanket experience, and it's not encompassing. Everyone has their own experience. I knew when I was a little kid, and so did you, and like. The difference was it was fucking terrifying. Like, we knew it was trouble. And a lot of people came out earlier than I did and were braver than I was and did it. I didn't come out until like in my 40s, but knowing the whole time, like I had no illusions about it. But I didn't grow up in the Bible Belt with a Christian conservative family, and that will fuck you up.
Well,
that will fuck you up for real, because society in general beats it into you that it's a bad thing. The only thing that's worse in our culture than being a gay man is being a transgender woman. Like, that's the only thing. Even though there's a lot of like acceptance and tolerance now, and it's a lot better than it was, it's still there. And it's still this, just society just beats it into you. Just from the time learn to talk, you know that it's bad,
and you're conditioned to cover that up. We talk about this all the time. When you start hormones, all of a sudden all this stuff starts lifting off of you. And so, like, you mentioned that you have these things that you remember when you know, like, I was jealous of how girls looked and I didn't feel like I fit in. You knew it. You had just been programmed not to notice that, or to just make it feel like, oh, I'm not fitting in, not looking any further more than that. So all these things, like, yeah, you knew something was off, and it maybe it wasn't like it showed up for me where it was like clearly having these arguments and these fits about wanting to be a girl when I was younger. That it didn't come out that way, but you have been conditioned to cover these things up. And so, of course, it's not weird. It's how the system wants it to work.
It's tragic, is what it is.
They want you to be miserable your whole life. Yeah, it's not your fault. They would rather you just be miserable and die in your 60s.
Yeah, they would much rather have
be the person that you want to be.
Yes, I knew what it was, but because of the bombardment of like pressure of how bad it, quote unquote, bad it is, you yourself really don't want to be that. So you make up excuses as to why that's not what it is. And I know I did that all the time, even though I knew I was fooling myself, but it was like the little things I had to tell myself to help me just get through the fucking day. Like, and it was just like, it's like, oh, well, I have this proclivity for this, but maybe it's not that. Maybe it's something else. It's like, but I knew. And like, I knew what it was, but like, you don't want to be that so bad because of all the pressure, but also because of like the baggage that comes with it. Growing up, when I was hyper aware of like transgender people, and like I saw how they were treated, and you see it and you're like, Jesus, I don't want to deal with that. Like, you see how they are treated by their family, how they're treated, like they lose their jobs, they lose their kids, they lose their house, like, and you see all that, and you're just like, I don't want that in my life. It's better to not be that. Mm-hmm. And then deal with this, and then just keep it a secret. It's better to just keep it a secret than have to deal with all that.
And that's if you have someone like that in your life, because there weren't national news stories about a trans person who did something or made news. Like today, like you have access to all of that. And the one thing I do want to say, because I think about this all the time, because I got married very young, and by the time you and I were in obviously I'm older than you, but Amanda and I were in that same time frame. Probably as you were learning more about that, I was already married, and I was, I hate to think back, like, if I'd married, I could have done this, this, and this, and at the end of the day, you have to realize you are where you are. If I had not been married and I felt like I was going to transition in like the late 90s, my life is really good right now. I went through a lot of stuff, and a lot of things happened because of those bad decisions I made that turned out beneficial for me. We talked about before the show, we were talking about performing. Like, I would never have been a performer. And honestly, a lot of my personality that helped me transition came from, performance and getting on stage. And I'd never done any of that before then. So don't hold yourself, don't beat yourself up. Like,
don't beat yourself up.
You figured out where you figured out. One thing I always like to tell my people when I coach them is, you're exactly where you need to be. You're exactly the right place, and you start defining yourself now, and you can start making your life what you want it to be. You're not defined by your past. Your past defines you as much as you let it define you.
I hate to quote John Lennon, but there's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. And really, that's John Lennon quoting the Tibetan Book of the Dead. But like,
see, you're not even quoting John Lennon.
But I'm quoting John Lennon quoting Buddhism, which is a form of Hinduism, I don't know how deep you want to go. It all comes back to that tile. But there's legitimate wisdom in that. Not to get all esoteric on you, but like the present's the only thing that's real. Like everything else is illusory. And so like if you just came out and you just figured it out at 30, congratulations, you figured it out at 30. Now you get to move on with the rest of your life and you get to start living your authentic self. 10 years before I did, like good on you. Great job.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
yeah, and because you're starting younger, you're gonna have a better more of an opportunity to like have those changes and that growth.
Well, and that's the thing is like 30 is late in some circles, but it's never too late. Like it's never too late.
Yeah. You just live your life from now on. Don't regret not knowing beforehand. The world is set up for you to ignore those symbols and those signals you're getting from your brain. And I'm glad you know now, and I'm excited for your future.
You figured it out. You're doing great. And welcome to the rest of your life. Congratulations. You are in for a wild ride. So
it's going to be crazy up in
wild here. Ride.
Oh, I hope that was helpful. Oh my gosh, I just noticed their username on Reddit is Extra Cheesy Pizza. Great. I know. I love that.
Fuck, I want a pizza right now.
I know, right? That sounds really good. But we should probably finish the podcast. We should probably finish the podcast. So let's do you want to take a break and we come back? We you got some memes for us to meme dive on?
Yeah, I mean you kinda spoiled the surprise, but yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, wait, no, we do meme diver every episode.
But you don't know it's not always after the break, but it always is. Okay, yeah, we've got
spoiler alert, meme diver's coming.
Stick around for meme diver. Don't touch that dial.
Don't touch that dial. There'll be more Being Trans with Lil and Amanda coming right up. Meme diver! You've been down too long in the deep blue sea. I guess I should have came in with a guitar riff first.
Yeah. I don't know how it works.
Oh,
we're doing meme diver though.
Meme diver. We're doing meme diver.
We were away. We're back. We're back with memes.
We
missed the meme.
What if Holy Diver is the reason we're getting blipped for copyright?
Who doesn't owe Ronnie James Dio $25,000?
All right, it's meme diver.
We're doing some memes. We love memes here.
I'm going to introduce it, but I'll let you introduce it.
We love memes here at Being Trans with Lil and Amanda, and we're going to dive into some memes, and we're going to talk about these memes, and we're going to display them for you, and we're going to describe them, and then we're going to rate them in Elon Musk fun bucks and Zucker coins. Then later, we're going to post them on legitnft.horse, and you can purchase these memes as NFTs, and everyone is guaranteed to go up in value.
Guaranteed, not guaranteed.
Guaranteed in the sense of...
The lawyers asked me to put that in there, that we can't...
Oh, no, guaranteed doesn't mean anything anymore. It's okay. You can use it freely.
We have to say it.
You can use it freely to say it's a non-word. Like, it means nothing. Like, it's okay. You can use it for anything. So these are guaranteed to go up in value, 100%.
Not guaranteed.
Absolutely guaranteed.
Not guaranteed.
There's this one.
I love
this
it.
Great meme. So I guess we do have to describe it for the listeners. So it is a series of emojis. Left to right is the the muscle arm, the huge muscle bicep, then an eyeball, then a mouth, then the other eyeball, and then just a hand.
The flat palm.
The flat palm, and then below that is a basketball, and then going from right to left now, below it is the basketball, and then like a leg, and then an eggplant, and then another leg. The eggplant really does sell it, and it's like in a text, and then below it just says ballin'. But all together, it makes up like a man dribbling a basketball, and it's a very clever use of emojis, and it's really funny to me, and I like it.
I mean, it makes up a nightmare of a man. I think if I were to get this from someone, like if someone went through of texting this to me, I think the major thing was like the work they put in to align this and to make this happen. Like, this is not just, something. This is something. If I was going to use this, I would put this in my notes so that I could just cut and paste it into my text every time I send the Ballin text like this.
Right.
Yeah. But also, this kind of like reeks of like a little like KFC is trying to send a meme out, and KFC would it.
If KFC made this, then I would leave the podcast immediately and go get KFC because this is fantastic. Because this is on, like, I mean, Wendy's is doing some amazing things with social media. The Wendy's Facebook account is off the
Must
chain
be
good.
experienced.
It's exceptional. KFC's nowhere close. No one touches Wendy's. Like, Nihilist Arby's is good, but that's not actually Arby's. But the Wendy's one is actually Wendy's, and they are just crushing it. So if KFC did this with the eggplant just really sells it for me.
If it was KFC, you'd replace the eggplant with the chicken drumstick. The eggplant does really sell it.
It really does sell it.
I really do like the eggplant.
It's just balling. It's fucking funny.
Just balling.
I'm gonna give this one. I'm gonna give this one personally. I'm gonna give it four Elon Musk fun bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm throwing in 2 Zucker coins.
Oh yeah, I was gonna. That's where I was too. I was at like 4.5 with some Zuck coins. I think you're right on the money.
Yeah. This is a high value meme.
This is a high value meme. I would. When this becomes available to buy as an NFT, you should run, not walk, to our website and purchase
legit NFT.horse.
Legit NFT.horse. I think this is
secure this meme wallet. This one's gonna go fast, folks.
This is all the bad stuff. All the bad stuff I said about the internet earlier in the episode. This redeems it. Every time you want to count the internet out, the internet comes back with something that makes you go, "Okay, babe."
The internet is.
Okay, babe. Okay.
The internet's balling.
Yeah, the damn straight it is.
The internet's balling.
Thank you, Al Gore, for inventing the internet.
Thanks, Al Gore, for a Ballin-Ass internet.
Yeah.
I think it would be irresponsible not to mention the low res quality of this, which I also appreciate. Like, it's a very small meme. You can, like, even though it's just on a blue background, you can see the digital bad resolution. It's delightful.
I love that you love that in memes. It's like someone who's like, I only listen to vinyl because you can hear all the imperfections in the music, and you're just like, I love these low res GIFs because it really gives you something.
So I have a friend of mine who at a certain point, but he ended up actually getting really into vinyl, and now is a super huge appreciator of vinyl. But there was a period where he hated it. He thought it was stupid. And whenever someone would talk about how good records sound, he's like, "You want a fucking record? Put on a CD and throw in a bag of microwave popcorn." Next one. This is a sleeveless jean jacket. Now, it is not clear to me whether the sleeves were removed or it came with no sleeves, because if they were removed, it was pretty close.
They did a really good job.
But it almost looks like they could have been removed. But also, based on the rest of the jacket, maybe not. So it could have came sleeveless. It's I would say a charcoal gray. Would you say that's
color?
Yeah. A charcoal gray and sleeveless, and it's covered in patches. And so I think we've all seen punk rock jean jackets with covered in patches before. Yeah. But you've never seen anything like this. So should we just go over the patches one at a time?
Oh, I don't know if we want to go over everyone. I think we should let's each go do 3 and pick out the 3 that we'll alternate, and we'll each pick the one that sticks out to us, and we'll do 3 each.
I feel like doing 6 of these, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
you just want to do all 8, of them.
9. I count 39 patches.
Yeah.
And that's I missed the popsicle. That's 40. I see 40 patches on this jacket.
Okay.
And so you're right, we probably shouldn't do all of them, but I feel like three each. Can we do 3 each? That will give us an accurate
that's what I'm saying.
representation to the list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those of you watching this on YouTube, you get to see the glory of this jean jacket.
Yeah.
But I think for those of you listening, you're gonna have to you can only imagine where else it's gonna go. So what's one that stands out to you there?
I mean, the one I really like is, and maybe I'm wrong, I see that W in the lower right. I assume that's for George W. Bush. It's a W.
It's just a W. That's where you started. That's what you picked out of all of these patches.
That's because W, I mean, pre-2000, a W was just a W. But now if you put just W, you're talking about George W. Bush. And
you absolutely convinced me that we must do more than 6.
am I finding new levels here?
Well, no, because there's no way. Okay, so go on. I'm sorry for interrupting.
Oh, is the W not weird enough for you that this supposedly?
It's not the one that jumped out. I mean, I'm gonna have to go for the obvious one here, which is directly above the left, pocket, snap pocket, breast pocket, is the Microsoft Office 2010 logo.
I mean.
That's in a patch.
Yeah. It's uncooler than every other patch on this one except the W.
It's a couple that are pretty uncool. Because now your second one.
Oh man. I mean, the one that really sticks out to me when I first saw this was just across from the Microsoft Office over the other breast is the InSync one.
Yep, there is an InSync.
I don't think I've ever seen that patch. Mostly because the people who listen to InSync don't really come off like they're patch people.
So my second one here is going to be it's more than one because there are several we already did one corporate logo. There's a lot of corporate logos.
There's a lot of corporate logos on this jacket.
So we got Microsoft Office, we got Coca-Cola, we got Taco Bell, and we've got Nickelback, we've got NSYNC. And we've also got the Beatles.
The Beatles.
Which I just think having the Beatles as a patch is just hilarious.
Wait, did you mention the Nike swoop? It's kind of hard to see.
Oh, there's the Nike swoop. She has Nikes there. There's USA #1.
That's an Evel Knievel.
Is that Evel Knievel?
Every time I see that, that's what I associate with Evel Knievel, because I think that's what his number on his cars and his jets always was. It was done like that.
That could be, great.
Yeah. Now this definitely looks like something like Elon Musk wore when he paid $1,000 to attend a Blink-182 concert in Vegas.
Yeah, that is what it would be.
This is exactly what it is. They're like, "Oh man, you love donuts too? I see your donut patch, bro." It's like, yeah, I love donuts, man, especially with frosting on them.
Yeah, donuts are great. I love milkshakes. I got a milkshake patch.
Oh man, bro, you want to get some Crunch Wraps after this?
Now the one that I see, you have to tell me if you think this counts as a logo. It says ska. It's got a rude boy standing there with black and white checkers.
It's just an advertisement for ska. It's not a band.
It's just for ska.
Ska.
Which, probably more than any other patch on this jacket, is the one that most belongs on this jacket.
I like two things. And when it comes to music, I like paying way too much to go see Blink-182 in concert, and I love ska. What kind of ska?
Nickelback.
All ska.
I love Nickelback. I got Nickelback on there.
The young man who owns this vest has certainly been described as a good boy.
I mean, it's so wild. And but even more than the content, all the patches are directly aligned.
It's perfectly aligned.
They're evenly spaced, and they're all perfectly straight up. Usually punk patches are kind of haphazardly slapped on, and some are sideways. None of that here. These are all straight up and down, evenly spaced and put in strategically locations. It's just the level of detail here, and It's somewhat incredible.
Can I ask one last question? And you might be able to see this because right there, underneath the collar, there's a tag. Does that tag say Old Spice?
Okay, I can't tell because of the resolution. I'm gonna blow it up just a little bit. There's no way to know.
Now that I don't think that's old. I don't think it's Old Spice.
It does look like the Old Spice logo, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So like the tag, even but it could be old school.
Yeah, that's more likely.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I'd say it's a real coin flip here, whether that says old school or old Spice. I think that might be a thing I might have to incorporate going forward. Is replacing the phrase old school with Old Spice.
Hey, I'm from the Old Spice.
Yeah, that shit's totally Old Spice.
Yeah, I do things the old ways. I'm from the Old Spice.
Exactly.
Back to this jacket, one of the things that stood out, the hashtag patch. I mean,
the hashtag patch. This is hashtag patch.
Yeah, hashtag punk life. Hashtag, buy Coca-Cola.
Hashtag NSYNC.
Hashtag NSYNC. Hashtag W.
There's a slice of pizza up there. It's delightful.
I mean, honestly,
it's like a British Guard nutcracker thing.
The slice of pizza. I'm here for the slice of pizza on your punk patch.
I'm feeling that pizza, boy. Yeah. This is a pizza episode.
This is a pizza-centric episode. There's a cookie with a bite taken out of it.
Pizza. I'm gonna eat the shit out of a pizza later.
I am. I'm literally gonna eat all the pizza.
I know. I'm gonna eat so much pizza. I want to eat a whole pizza.
Does the flag say "Don't tread on me"? Or
it sure does.
It does.
That is the "Don't tread on me" flag.
Okay, I want to make sure it said that.
That is the coiled snake and the yellow and the "Don't tread on me" flag, which is great. It's wild. It's wild. The whole thing. I like the diamond up by the pizza.
Yeah, the little diamond there.
The Trump diamond, the Trump Bucks diamond.
Yeah, the one that says just music. It's just music. Yeah.
Just music. It just says music.
Yeah. There's a Coke bottle with a straw coming out of it. Yeah.
Next to a pineapple and a chocolate chip cookie with a bite out of it.
Yeah, you get it.
What a jacket!
Sic Semper Tyrannis.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Meme Diver.
Wait, no, it's not. You haven't even appraised it yet.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Bringing it back.
I mean, we had two solid memes today. That one, I mean, that hit me right where I wanted it. I'm going to go 4.5 Elon Musk fun bucks.
Yeah. I'm going to go 5. You go 5. I'm going 5.
That's amazing. 5
Elon Musk fun bucks. Man. That's for sure. That's a full tilt. That's a full tilt boogie. Man. That is a high quality meme right there.
I would say when the memes from today hit the market, get your NFT fingers ready and click that NFT buying button.
Get your Google wallet, get your Apple wallet out because these memes are gonna go fast at legitnft.horse where you can find all the quality memes from Meme Diver.
Yeah.
While they last. Once they're gone, they're gone. They're NFTs. You can't right click them. It's illegal.
These tokens are non-fungible.
If you right click an NFT, right to jail for you. Don't do it.
Is that real? Is that how they keep them unfunded?
That's how they do it. If you right click an NFT, you go directly to jail. It's like that. It's like Monopoly.
What if I already have like 30 Bored Apes that I
don't say on? You've done it because I don't want to lose you as a friend. They're listening. Lauren has never right-clicked a meme, never right-clicked an NFT, never once. Neither have I. We're very good people.
Of Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs downloaded.
Never once.
Do not have never. Oh, well, that's Meme Diver.
It's Meme Diver.
Yeah, we did a good dive on memes. I'm happy with that. That was an exciting day of memes for us today. Yeah,
I'm pooped.
I know. Well, I hope you're not too pooped because we got one more question. We had the home stretch. We had a question.
Oh, a question.
Yeah, I think this is a solid one. It's kind of like something we touch on a lot, and I think we touched on a lot in the last one. But let's dive in on this specific question. Do you grieve your old life? I'm a transitioning MTF, and I find myself grieving the changes. It's really weird. I've never really cared for facial hair. I actually have a job where facial hair was basically mandatory, and people had big beards, and I kept mine trim. I've done one round of laser hair removal, and for the most part, it done quite well for one round, and the less beard hair made me a bit anxious, and I don't know why. I haven't had a beard for most of my life. I also have never loved my penis, and I don't know if I'll ever do bottom surgery, but I found I try to keep it exercised so it doesn't shrink too much. Is this a common thing?
I don't know. So I'm getting kind of mixed signals, like grieving their, like, so it sounds to me like that this question asker may be a little less binary than say a full-blown, like, you know, they claim they're a trans woman. Well, they claim they're a trans woman, and I'm not going to say they're not, but like, but it sounds to me like they've got a little bit, they don't go all the way to the other end of the spectrum, and that's okay. Like, that's super fine. But I would say that there's we've said it a million times. Like, there's no rules for this. Like, whatever you like, and that's fine. You want to have a beard and rocking a pair of tits and a beard and wear a dress and a cowboy hat? That's fine.
Yes, like, please. Do it.
Yeah, you can do all of it. Like, and there's no wrong way. And if you miss, if getting rid of your beard, I'm sorry, I'm distracted by this because I can't get over it, because I heard beard was mandatory at their job.
All right.
Job is
okay. That's not. We're not here for that.
No, but I can't not think about
I know.
this.
When I first read that, I was like, "What job is beard mandatory?"
We have to get to the bottom of this.
I would say two things overall. Let's
give the advice and let's go right into this beard thing.
I would say one, you might be going through a fear of change. Like, you're making a big change in your life, and
it is. It's a big deal.
That laser hair removal, that's like, it's not, they'll tell you it's not permanent, but it's not growing back anytime soon.
Yeah, laser's permanent.
It's, for all intents and purposes, it's gone. And so you're making big irreversible steps, and it's natural to have that fear and have that
apprehension.
Change.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: is you could take your time. You can pace yourself. You can do it. But
exactly,
I think it's common. It's common for non-trans people to be afraid of big change. There's nothing wrong with that, and you're not unusual. You're not outside the realm of anything. And the second, and Amanda kind of touched on this, is you don't have to fit into some box. Like, you be who you want to be. One of my best trans friends who I had such a crush on, who's just like, had a beard and was themselves and lived their life unapologetically. And that's my message, not just for trans people. That's my message for everyone who could hear my voice, whoever they are, straight, gay, cis, trans. Unapologetically live the life you want. And if you feel that fear and you don't want to get rid of your beard just yet, that's fine. If you want to keep exercising your penis because you don't want to shrink, that's fine too. You can be the person. Dude,
that's a curious thing too. Does that mean just like talking a lot? Like, what does exercising your penis mean? Like, what does that mean?
Exercised is in quotes, so I'm going to assume that's what that means.
I guess, or does it mean like you're lifting weights?
I don't think that's going to keep it from shrinking.
A backpack on it.
If you're taking like T blockers and you're taking estrogen, using it all you want is not going to keep it from shrinking.
Yeah, that's the thing. And the pills are going to do the job that the pills do.
It might not shrink. Like, all of that is your results.
Yeah, you never know, but mine sure did. Yeah.
So, same disease,
a shadow of its former self, which I am not upset about.
Right.
Like, and I also haven't had the surgery yet, but I'm going to. Like, I've taken steps, but like, that's scary. It's all sorts of scary and crazy and hard and expensive and like a lot of steps.
And that's the other thing for everyone listening to this. All of this stuff is not within everyone's reach. Not there are people who don't want to have bottom surgery. There are people who do want to have bottom surgery and can't afford it. There are people who do want to have bottom surgery and can't afford it but are afraid to have it, and all of that's valid, and you're defining yourself. No matter what you do, you're yourself. And so if you decide not to have bottom surgery and you're a trans woman, you're a trans woman. Okay?
Well, I think the other question is this weird or is this normal? And it's like, well, define based
Nothing's
within what
normal.
parameters? Because
Nothing's normal.
if you look, nothing's normal. If you're talking about just a percentage thing alone, just being trans is like conservatively 2%, maybe a little more than that of the population, but so it's a very slim minority of people. So even that in and of itself isn't quote unquote normal.
Yeah, defining something as normal is a fascist game. They want to define
really
what normal.
It's like there's no
here's what's normal. Here's what you should be. Here's what your life should be. And if you're outside these parameters, whatever happens next happens. Yeah. So, you are who you are. Is it common? I mean, maybe not that specific thing, but it's common to have fears about you as you go through.
You're not the only person I've ever heard of saying something like that.
You are the only person I've heard who had a job where a beard was mandatory.
What job has a mandatory beard?
People had big beards, and I kept mine trimmed.
Brewmaster for a pub? For an indie brewery?
I would say I want to think who do you have that big unkempt beards? All I can think is game designers, but the other stereotype for game designers and programmers and stuff is trans women. So
yeah, exactly. It's I have no idea what
are they a professional improv comedian?
Is that a mandatory beard situation?
Man, those dudes and their facial hair, yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
A philosopher?
I mean, they probably think of themselves like that. A white dude who does comedy probably considers himself a modern philosopher. I'm a modern philosopher. I'm going to spend the next 20 minutes talking about my dick.
Yeah.
With my beard. Mandatory.
Mandatory beard. They said almost mandatory. So she's strongly
basically
encouraged.
Mandatory, yeah.
Because it be
truck driver?
I can't. I mean, I don't feel like. Okay, so speaking about this.
Wait. Are they a prepper?
A what?
A prepper?
Prepper? Is that a job? Can you get on a payroll?
You get interviewed by Prepper Monthly, I guess. The Duck Dynasty dudes. Maybe they're a member of the Duck Dynasty family.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what a model for hair trimmers, a hair trimmer model, a beard model.
No, because then you just trim it and you'd be the middle person. There'd be the big unkempt beard, and then there'd be the guy with the dude with no facial hair.
Well, they said that it was very kept.
Yeah, so they would just be the middle person. So they could
be a model for beards.
I'm gonna go.
What else could it be?
I'm gonna go with the Duck Dynasty thing.
You're gonna go with Duck Dynasty. This is one of the families of the Duck Dynasty guy.
Yeah. Did you know that before that TV show they did not have those beards? And
I've never seen that show. I have no idea what anyone on that show looks like.
These guys all grew out massive beards for the show. And then they have another brother who's not on the show and is just clean shaven and doesn't want to be a part of this stupidity.
Yeah, I mean,
I've never seen the show either, but I have been in places where they were doing deep discounts on all their Duck Dynasty merch. And so their pictures on all the books and all this stuff, but I've never seen the show.
I have a cinematographer friend that worked on Duck Dynasty, and he quit after 2 weeks.
No shit.
Fucking stand that
You
guy.
think?
Yeah, fucking hated his guts. He's Swiss, and so he's got a Swiss German accent. He's I fucking hated that dude. I fucking hated him so fucking much.
I would watch the show if instead of
he was such a piece of shit. I couldn't believe it.
Instead of duck hunting, their last name was just Duck, and they did something completely different besides duck hunt. They were just the Duck Dynasty.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I don't know anything. I just know he's a shitty right winger that rivals the My Pillow dude, and it's just basically a just huge piece of shit.
Here's how I'll end it then. If you have a job where facial hair is basically mandatory, could you please email us and let us know?
Please let us know what job that is, because it's killing me.
What's the email again, Amanda?
I can think of so many jobs where it's like you can't have a beard. What on earth?
Yeah, you can't play for the Yankees and have a beard. That's
is that true?
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah. No facial hair.
Steinbrenner won't allow beards?
Yeah, Steinbrenner died, so it changed. But back when he owned the team, everyone had, if you got traded to the Yankees, you better shave that beard.
You got to be kidding me. There's no way. No.
Yes way.
That's amazing.
And then you could have, a very neatly trimmed mustache. Yeah.
Like Don Mattingly?
Yeah, Don
like
Mattingly.
A cop?
Yeah, pretty much. What's the email again?
That email is BeingTransPodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, tell us your jobs where you have to have a mandatory beard, basically.
What the fuck job is a beard mandatory? Mind-blowing.
What if you're some sort of
beard commercial?
No, you're some sort of botanist who helps pollinate plants because there are no more beards and bees, and you just put your beard in and you get all the pollen, and then you take it to another plant and you floosh it off.
What? I can't. It's so wild. I feel like I'm not far off on my original guess of brewmaster for
I would say that it's less that it's basically
a bartender at a hipster joint. Might be it.
I would say it's less that it's basically mandatory, and more that it's most people who have this job have these beards.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Because they didn't say, they said basically mandatory. So it's
but it's not.
No one's gonna be if you don't have a beard, you're fired. That.
The boss comes in every day and measures how long your beard is. It's a little short. You better add a 1/4 inch to this by the time you work your next shift, or I'm gonna have to send you home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so hard to fathom what this may be. Mind blowing. It's a real. This is one for Batman, because Batman.
The world's greatest detective. We need him.
Batman.
In here.
If you're Batman, email us at BeingTransPodcast at gmail.com. If you're Batman, or if you know what job this is,
or if you're one of the world's top 10
we'll call
detectives.
You Batman.
We'll call you Batman.
Any
or
detective,
Batgirl, whatever your gender
whatever you like.
Is.
I feel like Batman's gender neutral.
Yeah.
It could be either one.
Bat them. There we go. Oh, y'all! I hope that was helpful. You're right where you need to be, just like our last person. You're good. And we all have doubts. We all have fears. And push forward and be that person you want to be. Define yourself and live your life. I love it. I think we've reached the end of another episode.
I think we have.
Yeah, click like and subscribe.
Click like and subscribe.
If you have any questions, you want to comment, you have feedback, BeingTransPodcast@gmail.com. Send us an email. And I've been Lilith. That's been Amanda. It's been amazing talking to you.
If you're listening audio-wise, visit us on YouTube. It's youtube.com/@BeingTrans. So you type that. You type that in, you'll find our YouTube page.
Yeah.
You get to see us. You get to see us and not quite as important, you get to see the memes we discuss on Meme Diver.
You get to see the memes on
But you can also see those memes at legitnft.horse, where you can also purchase those.
You keep saying, have you bought that website yet?
Oh, no, I haven't done anything about it.
All right. I just want to make sure. Y'all have a great week. We love you. We love that you stopped in to listen to us talk. And Amanda, I love you. You're prettier every time I see you. Bye, y'all.